within the scene in OBS Studio, go ahead and click.
Hi guys, apologies. Yeah, one of them things, YouTube has absolutely killed me this afternoon. So I really do apologise straight off the bat. Yeah, YouTube have killed me, so I do apologise. One of them things, nothing you can do. Right, I apologise, I really do. It's not normally what happens, you know that. I don't normally keep you waiting. But I do apologise. How are we all anyway? Are we all good? Oh, we're all good anyway, guys. Right, let's see who's on. Martin, not 5 days. I apologise, Mervyn. Yeah, don't mind Martin, he's just finding his pants. Come on, Ryan, you know that, mate. Hi, Martin, did you say 6:15 or 6:40? We've ended up at 7 o'clock. I apologise. Yeah. What do you think about lockdown? Are we on lockdown? Really, are we on lockdown? Are we? I don't know. We've got restrictions, we know that. I wouldn't call it lockdown because I went out for my daily exercise earlier on, and I wouldn't call it lockdown with the amount of people that are walking around. I'll tell you that right now. No problems, I have a few weeks spare. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I do apologise. I know. I feel weird today. You feel weird every day, you mate. I think he's not available for the moment. Yeah, as Andy says, YouTube issues sorted now. Being a bit naughty at the moment, but like those who go places when they're not essential workers. Yeah. I've never seen so many people who are essential workers out and about. It's amazing, that, isn't it? Here he is. All right, Martin. Yeah. FIFA, yeah, Kiam's on FIFA 20 live stream. Yes. FIFA live stream will be on straight after me. I've got it in the rolling bar at the bottom. So please watch the FIFA live stream. Martin's going to wear his underpants tonight. The man is on. I am. You know, he just had one of them days. I've been working since 8:30 this morning. Believe it or not, I'm currently working from home at the moment. But I didn't actually finish till I went right through my dinner. Did a few hours straight. But yeah, it's been one of them days. Evening everyone, Martin. Hello, Leonard. Hope you're good. Martin gonna wait. Yeah. Evening, Martin. Evening all, says Chris Baker. I'm on a 12-week lockdown. Cannot even go out to my front door. Stephen Dempsey. Yep. Sorry, are you on the high risk, mate? My people I know are on that. My sister's on that. My father's on that 12 weeks. Can't budge. Can't go anywhere. It's not good. Not good at all. But please stay safe. If you've got friends and neighbours, make sure they're ringing you, catching up to you. Sorry if I don't look great today. I've been working all day from home. Bully Boy signing in. Ivor's on. You bully boy, you. You bully boy, you Ivor. Working from home. Yes, I actually have. I've been doing all sorts all day. I am due to go into work at some point. I think I need my software updated. I had emotion today. You had emotion? You had emotion? Must be a Real Madrid shirt. I think I saw two people meeting each other outside Morrison's today. Yeah, the amount of people I've seen who are from the same household, but they've all got different dogs. Yeah, they come from separate directions. They've each got a dog, but they're from the same household, apparently. It's amazing, this, isn't it? I got my high risk yesterday too. Happy days. People are treating this lockdown like a holiday. Yeah, that's the sad thing at the moment. People are treating this like it's summer holidays. And I know it's hard, the sun's come out, but you are allowed out in your family circle. You stay in your house. It's hard because You know, people have to deal with it at the moment. It's not easy. It's not great. But you got to smile. You've got to smile, guys. I'm not going to tell you how to do things. I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be an expert. So I'll leave that to the experts. Peter Curry's on. Hi, Martin and fellow Blues. Evening, stay safe. Listen to the advice. Yep. Like Martin, I haven't had emotion since 2018, and then I had it again yesterday. Scary. It's called growing up, Ryan. It's called growing up, mate. Not easy having emotion. What were the shots? Very good, SB. Very good. Anyway, down to business. What do we think about the possibility of Mahrez and Sané doing one? I presume you mean Mahrez, trick cyclist. I'll talk about that in a bit, actually. What's up, Ryan? Hope you're okay, mate. Could be worse. Rainy day. Oh, sorry. Tell you what, Leonard, if it was rainy, it'd be easier. When it's sunny, every bugger's gone out. Mahrez, sorry. All this talk of getting rolls, it's getting me down, my love. Anyway, what we're going to talk about tonight is Premier League being against us. Whole of the top 10 Premier League have basically told everyone, UEFA, everyone, CAS, that we shouldn't be in the Premier League. We shouldn't be in the Champions League next year, and we shouldn't be allowed to basically appeal it. Everyone but ourselves and good old Sheffield United, they don't have an issue with us, but every bugger else does. I wonder why. My wife has bought a world map and put it on the wall. She got a dart and said, I'm going to throw this at a map, and wherever it lands, that's where we're going on holiday after this pandemic is over. My missus still thinks she's going on holiday in July at the moment. So, yeah, my missus is still thinking we're off to Tenerife in July. Doubtful, but I'm not going to argue with her. I don't want to dash her dreams. I'm fine, Key. I'm just watching the documentary that got me a little bit. What was you watching? Free Willy, Lady in the Tramp, you know, just thinking your sort of brain sort of wave there, you know, Ryan. You got that new Disney Plus. You feeling emotional watching all them cartoons, mate? Looks like we're having 2 weeks behind the fridge. Oh, I need to laugh the day I've had. I won't let emotion get to me again for a few years at least. All the matches decided on one day with penalty shootouts. Yeah, these people who think we're playing football in 10 weeks, get a grip, please. I said the season should be null and voided, but apparently I was wrong. It's because everyone else is failing and they want a free pass to the UEFA. Yeah, Andy, what will you do if your wife hits Liverpool? Ooh, we helped Man United during the war and bailed them out with kits and stadium. Will they do to us during the bad times? What are you expecting, Kian? You expecting anything different? Really? I mean, are you really? Let's get into it then. We've said our hellos. Let's talk about this then, shall we? Premier League rivals have ganged up. This is in the Daily Mail. This, believe it or not, Daily Mail are really good for us at the moment. By Mike Keegan. And these are the exact words that they've used. The Premier League has ganged up on Manchester City, with 8 of the top 10 joining forces to launch CAS bid to stop them from playing in the Champions League, while appeal against 2-year ban waits to be heard amid coronavirus lockdown. So basically, while this lockdown is happening, and we obviously, it's getting longer and longer, and we can't get in, and obviously the Champions League have a deadline to hit. So what they're basically saying is we shouldn't be allowed into next season's competition until we get this appeal heard. So I haven't got a clue. Well, let's read on, shall we? Premier League's top clubs have launched a bid to stop them attempting to play in it, and it says City and Sheffield United are the only top half clubs not involved. It does include Liverpool, United, Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, Wolves, everyone else. It says English football's top clubs have launched a stunning bid to stop Manchester City attempting to play in the Champions League, while their appeal against a 2-year ban is ongoing. In a bombshell disclosure, listen to the language they're using here. In a bombshell disclosure, Sportsmail can reveal that the entire top 10, with the exception of City and Sheffield United, have submitted a joint application to CAS, which will hear City's appeal against their punishment from UEFA for breaching FFP rules. The group, which includes the likes of Liverpool, United, Arsenal and Chelsea, have separately written to the same law firm, which has then sent an application backed by all to the arbitration body. It states that should City request that their punishment is stayed while their appeal is ongoing, all the clubs strongly object. It is understood, however, that such request has not been lodged by the Premier League champions. So they're all saying that apparently we should be out the Champions League until our appeal's heard. City haven't even asked for that. So to jump in the gun a little bit here, the move is significant development. It provides a clear indication of the dim view that the rest of the top flight's leading clubs have privately taken over City's behaviour. City have declined to comment at the moment. There is a belief within the Etihad that certain other rivals have been leading a charge against them. The action will do nothing to dilute that view. The outraged position held by the group has been outlined by one source with the knowledge of the situation, saying the feeling is that enough is enough, said the source. For too long, City have been able to get away with breaching the rules at the expense of at least one other club that has been unable to get into the Champions League. The fear is that they will be able to delay any punishment and should they win the appeal, get off scot-free, which would be outrageous. As you know, City were banned from Europeans, Premier competition and all European competition for 2 years and fined £25 million by UEFA in February for serious breaches of FFP, that they deny any wrongdoing and immediately announced their intention to appeal. CAS did not respond to a request for a comment by the newspaper on March the 17th when questioned on the progress of the appeal. So that's where we're at the moment with that. I am a little bit on this. It's suiting people's needs, really, isn't it? But let's get into your comments and we'll see what you're all saying. Got to find out what I'm up to at the moment. God no, would rather have my dart fall through my big toe again than watch Disney Plus. That's what you're watching though, isn't it? Is it true Martin is heading to Turkey in the summer? No, I'm not. Who's told you that? Going anywhere in the summer at the moment. Why Rivals fans don't admit that KDB is the best player in the world at the moment? It's because the rival fans hate us. You ain't seen my wife throw a dart, mate. Not going to happen, cowards. I was watching a documentary about Chris Benoit and some of the stories got to me, hence what they'll need an update of the software. So guilty before innocent sums up the entire process. Andy might be seeing Martin's wife one day. Andy's already seen my missus. So I don't know what you understand by that. Mr. Samuel does it again though, the voice of reason. Exactly, Kiam Evening Blues. MS is the only sensible one out there. I've met him and you on Lovely Woman. Oh, what are you after? What are you after, lovely woman? I'll try living with her. No, I love her to bits. She's my rock. She lets me do this, which is a big thing. She lets me do this, so yeah. She's a keeper, I guess. Who was the ringleader of this letter from the clubs? There isn't. They've not said Mark Armstrong. They haven't actually said who the ringleader is. I guess she's older or younger. Well, she's going to be one of them, isn't she, Ming Wong? Wonder who, Mark? Hello, says Alfie Moss. Well, she'll be one or the other unless she has the same birthday, exactly. Gail, Mark, nope. I assume it's United or Liverpool. We don't know. It's not been said. Read Martin Samuel's thoughts on the link I posted after the vlog and Kiam's FIFA live stream. Well, let me have a look at this when I can find it. Right, so then there was a piece in the MEN earlier, and it does say what bombshell action from Premier League rivals does mean for Manchester City's appeal. And I'm just going to bring this up. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Oh, here we go. Let me just bring it up. There we go. So it says in the MEN, which is by Simon Bajowska, which is obviously, and it does talk about this a little bit more in detail. It says Manchester City's appeal to CAS should not be affected by the actions of Premier League rivals. It goes on about the Daily Mail piece. That's 8 of the top 10 clubs in the country, with the Blues and Sheffield United the only people to the exception of the rule, have made an application of CAS asking City to be unable to play in the Champions League while the appeal is heard. So it does say such an intervention at this stage is unusual to say the least, just a little bit. City have not requested a stay or the freezing of the punishment while the appeal is heard. It is much more common for such an action to be made in the Swiss Federal Tribunal, i.e. after any CAS trial, where it can take longer for cases to be heard. Moreover, the club have consistently called for resolutions to be as swift as possible, and Ferran Soriano spoke before the suspension of football due to coronavirus and about the hope that a trial could be completed before the summer. This is what he said. City haven't applied for a stay, and generally in this it is unlikely that the CAS would take into account, explained Jack Anderson, Professor of Sports Law at the University of Melbourne. It will be up to City to make the case for a stay rather than being influenced by what other people may or may not think about that. If City want to stay, they have to make a case about it and whether or not they deserve it in the circumstances. If the letter will not affect the appeal, it does make clear what the other clubs think about City in general. That too is unusual, going off similar recent cases in the sporting world, including the reaction to Premier League rugby side Saracens breaching FFP. What's interesting is the non-legal aspect of it. It is clear that others are unhappy with what City is doing and that City is more or less alone, said Anderson. Well, we know that. It's more symbolic for who is behind it rather than the impact of it. That's the easiest way to put it. It certainly clarifies what the other clubs think. Usually in these cases, though, other clubs say very little because you never know which way FFP is going to fall. Obviously, they're so driven by this, so they've come to some collective agreement. That it's a little bit like in the rugby with Saracens and the salary cap. One or two clubs were angry, but others just didn't say anything. It does go on to say City's appeal may not be affected, but relations at boardroom level with the likes of United, Arsenal, and Liverpool are unlikely to improve anytime soon. So there you go. All they're doing now is they're making what Khaldoon said a few months back when he said there was he didn't put it in so many words, but basically the people were out to get us, and he's basically confirmed that today with this. It's just absolute garbage. And Chris Baker's on, and me and Chris went to a game at Leicester a few weeks back, a couple of months back now. And we were treated like absolute vile. We were spat at. We were having £20, fake £20 notes found out, thrown at us, comments being said to us while I was doing fan cams afterwards. We were cheats. We were everything. And some of these were young kids as well, you know, being egged on by the fathers, the mothers, and everyone else. So, you know, all this does is increase it and make people realise that I've always said, and I've said it for months now, we need to be hashtag together, not just because of coronavirus now, but before all this, because we are not going to be liked. We've become the Millwall of the football world now. You know, our fans have become the Millwall of the football world, where we're not liked. And we have to live with that now. You know, jealousy is a awful thing, but that's what this is. It's pure and utter jealousy. It's all it is. People are claiming they know. I've never seen so many financial experts that know everything about our club's accounts and everything else. They read the newspapers, make a conclusion, and talk absolute crap. That's generally what it is. Let's get back into your comments. Ira says, 2 scaffolders working in my house today. Sat sharing a spliff. Some folks just do not care. They don't. Shadow Rundown. Man United are the ringleaders on calling it. Doubt Liverpool because they'll always be top 4. Well, I won't know then. Under Kiam says you can all laugh at me getting wasted by Barcelona in today's live stream on FIFA. You can. I'm sure you'll do well. One day someone will blow the whistle on the paragons of virtue, greedy, jealous scumbags. Exactly, Chris. I have faith in you, Kiam. Kiam changed the settings to amateur. It's a bit hard, Shadow. Andy says, from all at Man City Man TV to everyone who has supported the channel, we thank you. Your support keeps us going. Kiam and Martin have been amazing, so have all the other contributors. Yes, thank you very much to everyone who's kept us going, especially through this difficult time right now. But we will do our best to make sure you are entertained. And I apologise again for the technical issues at the beginning. Cassar the one, I'm all ears, the rest can take it where the sun don't shine. You can beat Barcelona Kim, I believe in you. Andy, this is City Fans Channel. This is City Fans Channel Simple. Thank you, Leonard. The 3-part podcast was excellent. Thank you, Mark. One day we may release an outtakes video of that. It wouldn't make me look great, but you just listen to 20 minutes of me losing the plot. Those other clubs have shown their hand. We now know how to treat these clubs in the future. Exactly. Do you think the relation between these clubs are going to be dead now? Dead. If you think you're getting plays on the cheap out of us now, you wait and see. Thanks, Lenny. We really, really do appreciate all the support. We're doing our best to bring you all the content every day. We are all in the same boat. Difficult times. So if it helps a little, not to steal a line from Tesco, but every little helps. Thanks, Mark. Going to do another one on Friday. You up for it? Are we doing another one on Friday? Do you want me on again? I'm sure I can spare 4 hours. The way this fans channel interacts with the fans is well deserved. Thank you. Scott Williams, last City Book didn't have an FFP investigation. Exactly, Scott. You said it, Martin. They are jealous and scared of us. They know who the best in the room is. MCFC. Exactly. Can you imagine if City won the CAS appeal, how much we would sue them for if they threw us out? That's why they won't. I was considering lowering FIFA settings to world class, but I can't. It has been competitive so legendary years. Do you know what? If Andy and Kim are around later, I want a rematch on FIFA. I want a rematch. Because I need to win now. And now I've got my account up and running again. Yeah, let's make sure Andy's son isn't playing this time. I bloody well doubt that, Martin. Not sure I will be on camera, but love to hear you guys. Keep it though, especially in these times. If I'm honest, I couldn't care less if we was in the Champions League or not. There's 16 teams from that league that don't even get Champions League. Exactly. Chelsea, the irony. Exactly. Some of these clubs that have done this today need to have a long, hard look in the mirror and realise, Chelsea were going bust before Abramovich turned up. United are in how many £million of debt? Bought by a gentleman who basically went to a bank and said, I've got no money, but can I buy the club? And I'll mortgage the club and buying against it. So, yeah, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And we all know what happened with Standard Charter in Liverpool. So people need to look at their own before they start making comments about others. Think clubs are jealous of us, Martin. You still haven't added me. You scared? I'm not on Xbox. That's half the problem. I'll add you, Ryan, but it's Xbox. You've not got a PS4. You can always come on an audio podcast in the future, Mark. No camera. You haven't told me if you want me on this Friday yet. I need to clear my schedule. You want me on Friday or not? Let me know. Whether City's band stays or not won't change my love for City till I die. Yeah, guys. You're a City fan for being a City fan, not because we're in the Champions League. So, come on. Right. Speaking of the Friday Night Social we had a chat about, let's talk about this chap, shall we? Who just keeps saying the wrong bloody things. Andy sat there for 25 minutes on Friday defending this chap. Tom, who I don't think's on, or Gary as we call him now, said that Raheem Sterling has no loyalty. And Andy absolutely defended this Sterling for 20 to 25 minutes. And he's come out today and made another absolute cock-up, again in my eyes. The fella needs a muzzle put on his mouth and told to shut up. He needs to stop doing these interviews because he is not endearing himself to City fans at all. In the last month, he's been pictured with a Real Madrid shirt on his shoulder, and now today he's come out saying that he loves Liverpool. Come on, sunshine, do yourself a favour and put a muzzle on it. Please put a muzzle on it, Raheem. You need to stop. So, this is what he said. Raheem Sterling's been asked about a possible Liverpool FC return while he did a Instagram, I think it was, Q&A. And he has revealed his love for former side Liverpool after he was asked whether he would consider a return to Anfield Club in the future. 25-year-old moved obviously to Merseyside at the age of 15 while he was at QPR. Quickly rose through the youth ranks to make his debut for the club under Brendan Rodgers in 2012. His £59 million move to City, well, it was about 49 if we're going to be exact, was completed in 2015 as he became the most expensive English player in the history of the game at the time. Just excuse me while I have a quick drink. Sterling, who is regularly booed whenever he does return to Anfield and plays absolute bobbins every time he returns to Anfield. But the England international revealed he still loves the club despite the bad blood with supporters. The City star was asked during a Q&A session on Instagram whether he would return to Liverpool one day, and these are exact quotes. Would I ever go back to Liverpool? To be honest with you, I love Liverpool. Don't get it twisted, they are always in my heart. It's a team that has done a lot for me growing up. Sterling's decision to move to the Etihad has been justified by 2 Premier League trophies, but the crown looks certain to be headed to the Merseyside club this year. Well, it's not certain anymore because of obviously the coronavirus. Even though they deserve it, you can't say anymore, it's guaranteed. They deserve it, but they might not end up getting it. He said, goes on to say, I wouldn't say we let the title go too easily. In our first season, we won it under Pep. We scored a lot of goals and we kind of built momentum throughout the season. And this season, we've had little decisions that can go against you. Says, talking about Liverpool here, have been consistent and we've been slacking and we haven't kept our standards that we know we can keep. From now on until the end of the season, we need to try and win every single game and whatever happens, happens. So that's Raheem Sterling, who keeps... I don't understand the fella anymore. All I'm going to say to you is, Raz, shut up. Shut up talking to people. You're not doing yourself any favours here. I know it's probably been taken out of context, but it needs to stop. Andy says, exactly, Larry, I've never read any City fans complaining about not possibly winning the Champions League. All I've read is the likes of Melissa Redder, the Liverpool fan, and the LFC Echo going on about the Premier League being given. Yeah, that's all I'm talking about. City, I did a vlog 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, where it said City have more to lose out of the season being null and voided than Liverpool. Liverpool have 1 trophy to lose, which is the Premier League, which they deserve to win. Hands up, they've been the better team, they deserve to win. City have won the League Cup, they're still in the FA Cup. They're also in a favourable position in the Champions League. City have a 3p on the line here. Liverpool have 1 trophy. Who has more to lose? Not Liverpool, us. I understand from their sports point of view, it's been 30 years. We've never won the Champions League, and that's the claim of that makes you a big club. We're now on the verge of getting to the closest we've ever been to winning it, and the season could be null and voided. And I've said to be null and voided already, because losing lives or keeping people alive is more important, as some of my family members call it, kicking a bag of wind around on a football pitch. Sorry, sometimes we have to put football into perspective. As much as we're a football show, we're a fan channel, and we all love football and we're all missing it, people's lives are more important than football. So I don't care if you're a City fan, Liverpool fan, United fan, a Shamrock Rovers fan for all I care. Saving lives and looking after our key workers, the NHS, the teachers who are still in school, the factory workers that are still out there, they're the people we need to be applauding right now, not whether Liverpool and City are going to win trophies. So that's just my opinion on it. Wouldn't a muzzle go on his nose? I think he should stick a cork in it, maybe, yeah. And I always anticipate the Premier League Saturday matches more than Champions League. It's our bread and butter. It is, Leonard. Always said that. Shadow says, Sterling hasn't scored in 3 months. Do we think he'll get away with it in Madrid? Needs to think again. Just look at the hate on Bale for that. Exactly. Carl's on. Hello, mate. Hope you and your family are well. They are. Hope yours are, mate. Have you seen your girlfriend yet? Is she good? I hope you managed to get to see her at some point, or at least speak to her, mate. Misquote, I'm sure, Martin. Scott, it's not a misquote. These are exact quotes. Because it was on Instagram. You can't misquote on Instagram. They're exactly quotes from his mouth. How many medals has he won compared to what he would have won if he'd stayed there? Unless he's looking for a move, but won't be to anyone in the Premier League. Shouldn't be looking at a move full stop. I've said before, if the club offers City 150 million for sterling, please sell him. Trick Cyclist, we should show him. Liverpool fans comments in the Echo, they don't want him back. Exactly. Andy, so what do you want Sterling to say? I hate Liverpool just because he's a City doesn't mean... No, I don't want it. I just want him to not answer the question. Avoid it. Say, I'm a City player. I can't talk about other clubs. Don't say you love another football club who we're in competition with. So, we're going to disagree on that one, Andy. Where's the KDB hates for his comments? I don't remember him saying that, but maybe I'm wrong. I just think you don't say it. I can't say my job. I'd rather work there, you know. It's not going to go down very well, is it? What you might think and what you might say are two different things, yeah? You might love Liverpool. Don't announce it. Tony Vaughan is an example. And I might need to swap these over. Give me a minute. Tony Vaughan played fullback for Manchester City in 97, 98, 99. He was a Manchester United fan. Well, nobody knew he was a Manchester United fan until after he'd retired. Because he didn't announce it. He had a little bit of brain. He had a little bit of noggin. Someone needs to grab hold of Sterling, have a word with him and say, shut up, get yourself sorted out mentally and get putting that ball back in the net again. Get running at defenders again. No, I love Liverpool. Come on now. You're not endearing yourself to City fans. Sorry, Andy, and anyone else, I'm going to disagree with you. It's all opinions, but I'm not going to agree with it. I just don't. Footballers aren't known for intelligence. Unfortunately, KDB has said that his best time ever was at Wolfsburg. Sterling wouldn't have left for money if we were desperate to get him at the time. Kiam, if City were 25 points clear now, they'll have avoided the season already. They worked hard with VAR to get Liverpool top. They won't give it up. Carl, Andy, it's because KDB hasn't had a bad game this season. It's the way fans are, unfortunately. If City don't buy Sterling, he'll probably be playing for Watford now. I'm rolling through just to catch up. My apologies. Andy says, exactly, Carl. Where the hatred for him? He's not a City Academy kid. He's a City employee. I don't care if he supports Liverpool as long as he does his best for City. Makes no difference to me. Big difference between I support Liverpool and I love Liverpool. Love's a strong word. That's why the Liverpool fans were sending death threats at him. KDB has quite a few bad games this season. He has. Yeah, but when KDB has a poor game, he will get a goal contribution, at least one a game. Noah Pearson's on. When will Keane be streaming? After this, Noah. He'll be live after this. Not too bothered with the interview. I think it sounds a little worse than that was meant. You can see after the Liverpool game how much Sterling wanted to beat them. Sterling's antics allied to his woeful form show his intentions. The Champions League is really a funny old glorified competition. I mean, technically it has to be the League of the Champions, yet Liverpool won it twice during their 30 years and counting, and none of them were as champions. Good point. We've said that though all along, Leonard. It's not a Champions League. You shouldn't call it a Champions League anymore. You don't need to be a champion to get it. Tottenham got into the final and they finished like 40 points behind City when they got to the final. So, is it really a Champions League? He said it's all about that. It's all about the money. Bring on Brendan Rodgers, says Barry. Ooh, that's controversial. All he had to say, Andy's going mad at me here, I can see it already. All he had to say is I'm contracted to City instead of all this bleep. Exactly, that's all he had to say, Junid. Totally agree with you. I love Liverpool, but don't twist it. All the support we in the club have shown him during his typical time with England. I don't mind complete mercenaries being at our club as long as they are professional and bond with the rest of the team and perform. Was watching the Everton flashback game before from when Everton beat City 2-0 in 2010 when Cahill and Arteta first lost. Yep. When will Keane be streaming? After this, third time now. Andy says that's rubbish, Martin, in this day and age. Can you imagine Sky Sports interviewing and saying, I'm not going to talk about LFC. The spin will be made out of that. Tony Vaughan was garbage. The Reds could have had him. Still, I'm sorry. I just don't agree with it. And it's fine. People can disagree with me. I don't agree with it. I will stream straight after Martin's vlog. I hate my brother in serious terms. It's not very nice of me, you Wong. Love the streams, Kiam. Thank you, Noah. He might love LFC. What difference does that make to you? He didn't say he hates City. Because while you are playing for another club, where you are in direct competition of, should not come out and go, I love Liverpool. Because that questions every single time now he puts on a blue shirt when we play at Anfield, and he's played absolute bobbins. Is he putting his heart and passion into it? Not sure. Fortunately, most of the players we got are tight with the rest of the team, and some have been here long enough to bond with the fans. Martin, love your streams too. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Noah. Appreciate the support, mate. Man City 255 says hello. Evening, brother. Obviously, Sterling will love LFC. They gave him his first start in the Premier League. Pep always says he loves Barcelona, so what does he really want to go back? I totally agree with you, Martin. Sterling should have been sold as soon as... I'm not saying he should be sold. I'm saying don't say stuff you're saying. Bernard, evening, Martin and guys. Leonard, Martin, I would sell all players who wants to move on. Pep is right. Exactly. Pep's got it. If you don't want to be here, bye-bye. Simple as. And I know you're probably going to say Tony Vaughan is a really bad example of it, but he's still a player that supported Man United and kept his gob shut with it because he knew what it would do. He should just say, I had a good time at Liverpool, but I'm a City player now, I'm very happy. That's all I'm saying he should have said. He didn't have to use the word, I love Liverpool. Thanks, Noah. We are not plastic and we are not glory hunters. I've been called all sorts of crap by rival fans while watching YouTube. Exactly, you will do. Just ignore them. Ignore them, mate. Because they haven't got a clue. It's mad how far you have gone, but you deserve it for your fans. Are a class bunch, always shows respect, always want the best for City people. Can put it down to money, but a lot of passion has won cups. Thank you, Carl. And us and Everton, we've always had a nice relationship. That's why you're the friendly Scousers. As your nickname is called. But yeah, I love going to Everton. Love going to Goodison. It's a old-fashioned, lovely football. Falling apart, don't get me wrong. But it's like Sellers Park. You smell the football. You see, it's been there for so long. I love it. Sterling should have kept it to himself. To be honest, yeah. Pep always been Barca's biggest fan. May I be controversial, Martin? It's okay for Zabba to say he's a blue whilst wearing a Hammer shirt. Exactly, and I know West Ham fans who aren't happy at that. But the difference is when Zabaleta comes to play for West Ham at City, he tries his damn hardest. Does Sterling try his hardest at Anfield? So, didn't Bernardo say I love Benfica and want to play for him again? Let's gag Bernardo and call him out. You're turning this into everything. The point I'm saying is Raheem Sterling is having an awful 5 months, isn't it? There's a time and a place then. Let me twist it this way. If Sterling was scoring 20, 30 goals, 2 assists every game, and was coming out with Man of the Match awards, and having good games, or half-decent games even, you'd probably go, I can let that slide. When he's having 5 months of absolute garbage, and a month ago he was doing a picture with a Real Madrid shirt over his shoulder, and then 2 weeks later he's saying when he loves Liverpool, where is the loyalty to City? I know you're going to say it's an employee, and that's it. I appreciate that. I get that. But again, alright, Andy, you work for Virgin. Are you going to come out and go, Delta Airlines are the best going at Virgin? You wouldn't do it. You keep your gob shut. You don't directly go out and say it, is my whole point. I think a player should always stay neutral in these situations. It's turned into a big debate now, this. I can't understand why Pep won't drop him. He's been crap for a while now. Good point, Trick Cyclist. How's your lad, Martin? How's he coping for not being in school? I've been off college for a few days, always missing my mates. It is coping. He's starting to cope. My daughter's a little bit like that at the moment, but my son's alright. Right, let me catch up now. As long as Zabba wears his City underpants, it's all good. He's stuck up and gets stubborn, doesn't calm down to his anger problems. It's about being professional. I don't expect his passion to be any less in a blue shirt. Any footballer plays to win titles regardless of affection. Just imagine Stone saying the same about Everton. Martin would be in meltdown. Yes, Kim, people need to realise it's only business for these players these days. Can anyone hook me up with some Manchester City socks? I don't know. Might be able to. Weird question, but how do you think Rodwell would have done if he wasn't injuries? I don't know. Because I did like Jack Rodwell, but he's not. I think he'd have struggled no matter what. I think it was too big a jump, if I'm honest, Carl. Phil says, just as well the government is not bound by FFP or they would not be allowed to put money in the country in this crisis. Cheers, mate. How are you doing? I'm good. Don't love Goodison in the 70s and 80s. Didn't love Goodison in the 70s and 80s. Zabra's professional and City's legend. Simple. Stones has already said he loves Everton. True, Bernard. There was a difference with what Bernardo has said as Benfica and not a rival like the Scousers are. Good point, Steve Dempster. Bernard, my granddad says the Everton City games were rough back in the day. Chris, so talk about his form, not his personal opinion on a question he was asked. Everyone loves him for his honesty on racism, but wants to keep him quiet on footballing terms. Carl, please give us 50 mils back and can have him. They were Carl or for Liverpool easier. Leonard, I would pay 20 to 35 million. He never said he loved Liverpool over City. He was simple and answered it. I just don't think you should answer it. It's my opinion. Right. Anyway, let's get off this because I don't want to make a big deal of it. Bang, let's talk about this. City COO Omar Barada has sent a nice message to casual workers with pay confirmation in the crisis that we're in at the moment. Says Manchester City have written to their casual workers confirming they will be paid until the end of the season, with football suspended until April 30th and beyond at the earliest, and no guarantees over when it will return. There has been uncertainty over the income of people who work for the clubs on match days. A group of around 1,000 people, including stewards, ticket support and receptionists. The club have been criticised for not communicating with their workers earlier, with Brighton, Crystal Palace and Wolves among the Premier League clubs that were swift to take action and offer support. The scale and complexity of the operation involving the whole City Football Group has been suggested as being principally behind the length of time it has taken to get in touch with the staff, and the issues such as direct debit payments for season tickets remain outstanding. However, a letter sent from the COO, the Chief Operating Officer, Omar Barada, confirmed to workers that they will be paid for the games that they were scheduled to take place. Although we would have liked to have provided an update to you sooner, we also thought that it was important to thoroughly explore the issue in detail. As of today, we can confirm that directly engaged matchday casual workers will be paid in full, for the fixtures they were scheduled to work, Arsenal, Burnley or both. Alongside this, matchday casual workers will also receive a payment based on pro-rate earnings over the last 3 months, applied across the season's remaining 5 home fixtures. The payment will be made to all directly engaged matchday casual workers who have worked for the club in the past 3 months. Please note that you will receive 2 separate payments for the above, one in April to include the Arsenal and Burnley fixtures, and one in May to include Real Madrid, Liverpool, Newcastle, Bournemouth and Norwich. We hope that this income will provide you with a level of financial stability over the coming weeks, and we look forward to welcoming you back when the season resumes. So, that's a nice touch from City, even though it was a little bit late. At least they've come out and said it. Trick Cyclist said it's a good question. Rodwell, I thought he could have done really well for City, particularly on the U's. Chris says, hey Carl, how's you? Shadow says Stones is a different matter. If he loves them, I'd be happy for them to take him back. Rodwell, got to go get my food ration. Stay safe, everyone. Good stuff. Thank you, SB. Take care, buddy, and be safe. I'm good, Chris. You. So if you didn't answer it, what would the media do with that? You sort of you go around it a little bit, Andy. You don't just straight out, I love Liverpool. You go, I'm contracted to Manchester City. I don't talk about personal feelings. You come out with something like that. You know, you're just not that open in my eyes, especially when you're having a poor season. Just about to say, move on, please. Yeah, we are doing. I always rated Rodwell, though. Thought he was the best player, but he would put 100% in like Leon Osman. His answer, yes, I love Liverpool, but I'm a City player and love them lots and lots as well. Andy, sorry mate, but I agree with Martin. Has anyone watched the In-Betweeners? That's a bit off track, innit? No. Doesn't Sterling Kidd support Liverpool, so he's bound to say it. Not a big issue. Move on. Have you got a Villa kit on, Chris? Rodwell was a good player, but injured just like Michael Johnson, who for me was the most talented kid I ever saw at City. He wasn't quite. Shame though about him though, Kian. So maybe how he answered it doesn't mean he prefers Liverpool over City. Got a retro one on today. Only one more season card payment to be taken if your month license City should just not take it. Well, we're about to find out soon enough, I presume Bernard. Wasn't Keem Stream going to start at 7:30? No, it'll be on after this. Come on. Patience, lad. I really hope Real Madrid offers 150 million for Raz and City sell him. I don't think we should sell him. 150 million is tempting them. After Paul late Kian, but I did rate Michael Johnson out. He's supposed to be pre-match warm-up before the Barca game. Martin was running a bit behind now, so my stream is late and we can't both stream at the same time. Nope. I'd rather sell Raz and keep Sane. Sorry, Kian. Liverpool more like Loserpool. Well, that's a bit controversial, isn't it? That's a bit controversial. Sorry, let me just get back. Right, okay. Right. Let's go on to this. I'm going to finish with a nice story in a moment anyway. Right, let's talk about... I'm not going to give you the odds of this, but City have been tipped to sign some players over the summer. Or when football will just resume and finish and we can move on to the 2021 season. But City have been linked, or this is what the MEN think will be the summer signings. Now, they've gone for Ben Chilwell at left back. And apparently, though, even though the MEN are now saying he's currently not a target for Manchester City, and the fact that the Foxes are currently set to secure Champions League football would make it more difficult to shift him. Then we've got Ruben Dias at Benfica, which makes me a happy bunny. City's issues in defence have played a huge part in their struggles this season, and it's likely that Guardiola will rectify those problems with summer additions. And it says Ruben Dias of Benfica is one player who has reportedly attracted interest from City. I'm sorry, I got really bad heartburn today. And it is a transfer that seems plausible, although the hunt for his services is going to be a fierce one. The next one we're going to look at is Lautaro Martinez. The Inter Milan striker could spark a domino effect in the transfer market this summer, with a host of top clubs including Barcelona, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Manchester City, all looking to secure his services. We then look at Dio Upamecano. You'll love all that. Here he says another option for City in the defence. Doesn't mention Milan Skriniar though at this point. Jack Grealish is an option along with James Maddison of City. Don't secure Champions League football because they may have to look at different transfer options, because I presume there's going to be an A transfer list and there'll be a B transfer list for Champions League, and if we don't have Champions League as well. So they've got Jack Grealish and they've got James Maddison on that one. They've also got Adama Traore and Nathan Ake. So I think you can say if we get the Champions League or we end up in the Champions League next season, you're looking at Ben Chilwell or Martinez and Ruben Dias, Milan Skriniar, and if we don't, and obviously I'd probably put Upamecano in the Champions League targets, and then if we don't hit the Champions League, you're probably looking, we are banned, you're probably looking at Jack Grealish, James Maddison, and Adama Traore and Nathan Ake. So you're looking at an A and a B squad there, really, which I think's probably about right. Right, let's have a look at that. Let's get in. Sorry I'm late, had a roast dinner, no problem, Jack. I was a bit late coming on myself, technical issues. Anyway, I'm enjoying Martin's stream, FIFA can wait. Oh, it's amazing what a little debate does. Leonard don't agree Sane's boat has sailed or his agent has pushed it off the moorings. He's got a new agent now, Scott. Shadow says, Martin, let's say you was not a Man City fan, a Watford fan, who would you say is better, Rashford or Sterling? Right now, Rashford. On form, Sterling. So, SOS, Kiam. No worries, Noah. I know you're a FIFA fan like me. Great debate on Raz. Very interested to hear what City fans say. Yeah, we might. Do you know what? I might even do a video on that. I might do a big video on Raz and stick it out. Look out for that over the next week. I might have a look at that. What do you think of the City players? Think of Sterling? It depends how you look upon it, because some will be like other people that say it's a job and it's a business. Other people will say you shouldn't say it. It's what Pep thinks about it is going to be the main thing. And we know Pep's thinking, we don't want to be here. Doors open. City perhaps missed a big chance on Haaland. Well, he's got a buyout in the summer. Leonard, you never heard a bad word about him. Noah, Scott, I meant based on skills. All those signings make me really sad. That's why I said there'll be an A and a B list, Ryan. Thanks to responding to me, by the way. I really appreciate it. Not a problem, Noah. What did you say about Discord? My phone turned off. I didn't mention Discord. What about? I haven't mentioned Discord. When have I mentioned Discord, Carl? You take the wax out your ear, sunshine. Right. You're welcome, Noah. We try to respond to everyone except Andy when he doesn't agree with me. And he doesn't agree with me, so yeah. I'm going to start ignoring him. It's easier. I'm only joking. Noah gives us thumbs up. Leah, sorry I haven't been on for a while. Leah's back. Don't know where they've been. Shut him down. I thought the City players wasn't allowed to leave the country yet. Jesus is in Brazil and Edison is in Portugal. Well, when you're millionaires, you probably have different rules, don't you? The A-list made me sad and the B-list. Why has the A-list made you sad? Come on. Mbappe to City and Sterling to PSG. Ain't going to happen. Mbappe's Real Madrid bound, unfortunately. Bernard Martin doing the players' ratings on Raz, etc. Let me know. Can give you a stat on when his form started to drop. Is it anything to do with the Joe Gomez incident, Bernard? I'm guessing. GGMU. I'm sorry, I'm going to sound really old here. Not got a clue. I miss football in general. Oh, the real Gary's arrived. The real Gary has arrived. It's not Tom, the real Gary, who comes on fan cams. Hope you're good. Mara swap would do me. For who? Who are you swapping for Mara's? Carl, City should go for Dunk, for Brighton. I haven't got a clue. I really rate 40-50 really worth it. Oh, Romeo, the Red's gone. Because I don't want anyone on the A-list. You don't want Lautaro Martinez. You don't want Ruben Diaz. Is it just everyone I want? You don't want Ryan. You know what Ryan's like, always wanting a debate. Yeah. If Pep left, would you take Southgate? Oh, God, no. No. I wouldn't take Southgate when we were in League Two. It is interesting. You can spot the dates he started to struggle. I've just got it in my head since that Joe Gomez thing, Bernard, when he started to struggle. Right, we're going to end on a nice note. Well, nice note, stroke, bit of a message. Manchester City and Manchester United have been urged to join a campaign to thank the NHS and their hard work amid the coronavirus outbreak. Brighton have donated 1,000 matchday tickets to the NHS frontline workers to show their gratitude for their service during the coronavirus outbreak, and have urged teams across the UK, including United and City, to join the initiative. The campaign aims to raise 100,000 tickets for games across the country to say thanks to the health workers who are putting their own lives at risk to help combat COVID-19. The Brighton chief exec Paul Barber, the former Premier League chief exec, started the campaign and wants clubs across the Premier League and the EFL, as well as senior clubs from Scotland, Northern Ireland, to pass the baton to one another and ring-fence tickets for either a single game or spread across fixtures when the football does return. Barber goes on to say, we are working on a range of things across all areas of the community, and I hope this will just be the start, Barber said. We fully appreciate football is the last thing on anyone's mind at this moment, but we feel this is a small way in which we can show our gratitude for those NHS staff on the front line who are fighting the battle on behalf of us all and giving them something to look forward to. So that's something that I do think. Let me just close that down. Oh, bring that back. I think it's something we really need to be thankful of. The NHS staff at the moment, and anyone who's working on key workers on the front line at the moment, you know, are absolutely running their socks off, and they are doing a fabulous, fabulous job. And I just want to say to everyone here from Man City Man TV, thank you to all the NHS staff. You are doing a fabulous, fabulous job, and we wouldn't be able to get out of this without you. And we know the hours you're working, along with all the other key workers. Thank you so much. And I'm not including myself in that. I'm talking about NHS staff really here. But anyone who's out, please stay safe. But thank you all. And please keep an eye on the channel, because we may be doing something that might involve things looking forward to the NHS. Stay on the channel. Look out for announcements. We may have something coming your way as a thank you to the NHS staff. Every little helps, but we may have something to announce soon on the channel. So please, please keep an eye out on that. I'm not going to say anything more. Me, Andy and Kiam know what it's about. I'm not sure Chris Baker does, but we will announce it when we are ready to. But please keep an eye out. But again, to the NHS staff, thank you so much. You are the true heroes of this country at the moment, and it is an absolute pleasure to stand behind you at the moment. It really is. Let me jump into your last comment, and then I'm going, because you all want Kiam to get on and do his FIFA stream. I know. Kiam, are you ready? Have you got your controller charged and everything? Because they're all going to be waiting for you, mate. Let me get my... Oh, I've got loads of comments to get back up to. Imagine Sterling in gold. That would be funny. It would. Noah. GGMU stands for Glory, Glory Man United, the worst chant ever. Well, yeah. Martin, would you take Conte if Pep left? No, because I don't want to watch defensive football. Southgate, exactly, Bernard. Kelly says Pep has made a great gesture for the Ospreys in Catalonia. He has. No, don't care for Diaz, and I think there are at least 2 or 3 better options at cheaper strikers. You talk about Torres. Southgate is a no for me. I'm talking about not Fernando Torres. How bad's this? Martin Gill for Senior made 4 sprints against Chelsea. He gets paid £100,000 a week for 4 sprints. What a man. Yeah, would rather have Fred Air out of those options. Gary says NHS staff deserve tickets for our next home game. They do. Hello all, Lancow's on. Man City Man TV are going to be doing something to support our NHS. Look out for announcements tomorrow. There you go. Wasn't the Leeds keeper banned for saying the M-word? Yes. Hi, Lancow. We just had a crappy United fan in this stream. Thank goodness Andy timed him out. I don't rate Diaz, but Martin Minter is an incredible striker. NHS, thank you, Banner. Hello, Bernard. Spot on, Carl. Leah says NHS staff and footballers should swap waste packets at the moment in this time. Yep, could be a point. Won't do that. They will not do that. Let's give some support to the NHS. Sterling Martinez and signings a scary attack. Andy, we should all be very, very grateful for what our brilliant NHS and crucial workers are doing at this time. Yes. Born ready. Well, we'll see in a minute. Exactly 4 weeks ago, we were kicking off in the Bernabeu. Spot and Andy, NHS are incredible. Carl, let's be honest, Sterling won't hit a barn. Well, Martinez and signing is a totally different thing. Guns of Steiner has got his head in the game, though, innit? Right, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I apologise for the really poor start and the delay. Can't be helped. Sometimes YouTube doesn't want to play ball with us. But thank you so much for coming on. I'm going to leave you now in the capable hands of Kiam, who will be live. Kiam, how long are you going to be live on? When you're ready? It is just got 8 o'clock in the UK. Don't give me the Canadian time. Give me the UK time. Come on. I'm going to wait for Kiam to tell us when he's going on live. One question: if you ever consider 1 match legs instead of 2, would it be in a stadium different to both the clubs? To be fair, no idea, Shadow. That's something they're going to have to work out. My dad's a key worker and I'm worried. Don't be naughty, and it's a worrying time, I know. But please, he's doing it for a reason. And he will be safe. He will be safe. Stop giving Sterling sticking in October. You will be loving him. He's just in poor form. Poor form's not 5 months, Carl. Thanks to the NHS workers risking their lives to save others. Yep, Jack Lee. Cheers, Martin and guys. You and your loved ones stay safe. I think Kiam's gone to get ready. But guys, I'm going to go. Leonard, he hit 25 bandos last season. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Martin. Guys, there are loads on the channel at the moment. We've got the Friday Night Social Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, all out. Get over, give it a like. Please, we can ask one little bit of a favour at the moment in these difficult times. If you have got adverts, do not skip them. They're a minute and a half long, if some of them. Just watch them. Let them play through for us, please, at this time. It would be really helpful on the channel. That'd be great. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a like. That'd be amazing. Take care, Martin. 5 minutes after you finish, I'll be live on FIFA. There you go. I'll do some modding. I'll have a little bit of a laugh. Stay at home, guys. Keep safe. Yes, guys. Listen to the advice and stay at home. Stop going out needlessly. Time to get your boots on, Kian. Think Sterling's out of position. Andy, I'm not biased against Raz, but I run us to sell for 150 million. Do you know what? I probably would myself. Enjoy Kiam's FIFA stream mode tonight. Yeah, come on, Kiam. Put Barca to the sword. Friday night dinner starts on Friday. Thanks for that, Noah. But Kiam's stream starts in 5 minutes. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Please make sure your notifications are set to public and not private. Look out for an announcement tomorrow regarding the NHS and Man City Man TV. Might only be a little what we're going to do, but just keep an eye out as our little thank you to the NHS. We're going to do something for you guys. I'm not saying I wouldn't for that money. Leonard, Friday Night Social is on Friday. You've still not told me whether I can come back on it. I'm waiting for you to tell me I'm on it on Friday, mate, so I can claim a schedule. 150 million, fill our boots. There you go. Guys, thank you so much. I love you all. Please stay safe. Please. I'm sorry I look really scruffy today. It's just, yeah, one of them days. We need a better performance tonight, Kiam. Kiam, no pressure, mate. Guys, please take care. Thank you, Scott, Lankow, Noah, Bernard, Cal, Ryan, Mingyu Wong, Shadow, Gary, who's been on tonight, Leo, Jack Lee, everyone who's been on tonight. I'm going through everyone now. Trick Cyclist, who was on earlier, Bernard, Leonard, Superior Being, Scott Williams, everyone, Chris Baker who's been on, Noah's been on. I could go through you all. Phil's been on. Andy's obviously modded for us. Guys, thank you all so much. I love you all. Take care. I'm going to leave you. Your banned. Your hatred isn't acceptable. Why my banned? I bring the fun to it. I'll be safe, please. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Leonard. Guys, I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Kiam and his FIFA stream. I'm off to do some modding and have a little bit of a rest because I'm sick of hearing my own voice. See you guys later. And as always, up the blues. Stay safe. See you soon.